This is your girl B.Derizz, and I'm here today to talk about a little something that's been on my mind. So I woke up this morning with something on my heart, in my mind, on my spirit, and that's what made it imperative that I get on and make this video. Body image. And I think a huge and very important part of a healthy body image that's not discussed often with young girls, and I think it needs to start when we're young. I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years old. At least having these girls have an example to see that a healthy body image is all about how do you feel comfortable in your body? What body makes you feel, when do you feel sexiest and happiest and most at home in your body? And that's different for everybody. And that's something that we don't discuss. The fact that it's different for everyone. Currently, body image has to do with basically society standards of what is acceptable or not acceptable for women of specific demographics or age groups or races and ethnicities. You watch TV and all the pretty girls are thin, and all the pretty girls are have long hair, and their hair is silky and smooth and straight. Or maybe you come from a different culture where all the have shapely bodies and they're curvaceous, and maybe you're not, and maybe you're thinner, and you always wish that, or you felt like you were less than because you didn't meet society standards of you. Overall, I think we as women and we as young girls are not taught to value and put first and foremost, what do we like to see our bodies looking like? My personal story, my weight has fluctuated. Oh man, my weight has been up and down since I was about 13, I'd say. So my last year of college, I dropped a lot of weight. I dropped like 45, 50 pounds. I was down to a size 6. And I'm 5'9". And for some people, that is beautiful, and that is comfortable, and that is where they are happiest. And I say to that, congratulations. And I'm happy for anyone who's happy with their bodies, or whoever can find that peace, right? So I had dropped all this weight, and I worked hard, honey. I was in the gym. I was doing it in a way that was healthy. I was eating fruits and veggies and making salads and I had bust my ass to drop all this weight. I went from like a 12 to a 6. And everyone was like, you look amazing. You look great, girl. Yes, to you, boo. Get your life. And every time I would hear those compliments, I felt so empty every time I would receive a compliment at that point in my life, because I was unhappy. And I had thought all my life, since I was like 14 years old, I had never been the same size as the girls that were my age. So I figured if only I can be able to walk into a store and pick up that size small dress, pick up that size medium dress, and just throw it on and go, and no one knows, and I don't have to, it's not too short, and my breasts aren't too big, and I'd lost all this weight. And I was not happy. I had no butt. It was gone. My breasts had deflated because they were not filled out, so they were becoming saggy. And finally, the one thing I'd always hoped for, I had achieved. I had a flat stomach, right? And for me, I thought I had made it. Like, yes, boo, that is it. I would look in the mirror and be so torn, because I felt like I had worked so hard to get to where I was, to meet the standard that I thought everyone had, right? That I thought was important to society, and I was getting such great feedback from society. You look great. You lost weight. How'd you do it? What are you gonna do to keep it off? Like, all these compliments, and I would call my best friends and tell her, like, and tell them, like, I'm not happy. I am so skinny right now, and I have no ass, and I have no breasts. And the breast thing, actually, I wasn't mad about, but I was mad that they were deflating, and I wasn't comfortable in my body at that small weight. And then let's recap this past winter, where I went through the reverse effect and had basically picked up 40 pounds. That was my heaviest I'd ever been. I wasn't happy there either. I felt stuffed into my clothes, and I was like hitting a size 14 at this point. And don't get me wrong, 14 is not big, but I'm saying that I've come to understand, fluctuating weight, that for me, my body sits comfortably at like a size 10, size 12. And I had this moment this morning where I woke up and I looked at myself in the mirror, and it was like, this is comfortable. And it's not where I want to be, and I haven't accomplished all of my fitness goals, and my body's not ideal to myself, but for the first time this morning, it just clicked to me that it doesn't It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It should not matter what your parents think is a good weight for you, what your friends think is a good weight for you, what your man thinks is a good weight for you. How are you comfortable? I just really want to emphasize that decision needing to be made by us as women. We need to take the initiative to say, no, I don't care if the end thing is that everybody's got a big booty. If you have no booty and you love it that way, keep it up. You know, someone loves you and your ass or lack thereof. You know, it's so often we're doing these things. Our ideals or our goals are not ours. They're society's goals for us. Best advice, and it's hard. It's so hard where we are this day and age. Cut off the Instagram. Don't go to Instagram to get your if you're doing, you know, to get your ideal body. Don't do that. Look at what's realistic for your body type. Start to research. Begin to understand things like body type. That's a factor that we can't control. Some women are pear-shaped, some women are hourglass shaped, some women are ruler shaped or apple shaped, or, you know, there are so many different shapes that determine what our bodies will actually do, and so that also will help alleviate so many of these insecurities and these unrealistic standards we set for ourselves upon trying to achieve something that someone else told us we should look like. I just think it's so important that you remember that you determine, you decide your own standard of beauty. You decide what's beautiful on your body. There's somebody out there who loves your body type, your short legs and your large breasts and your lack of butt, and love your wide hips, they love your broad shoulders, they love your stretch marks, and I think we miss the mark. We, as the society of women, and it's great that there are so many initiatives. I actually really love that Special K commercial where they change all the labels in the jeans and it just says, you know, size gorgeous, size spectacular, size sexy. That's what you should be feeling when you buy clothes. You shouldn't be looking at a size 16 and saying, I'm a 16. Well, boo, if you're a 16, does that 16 make you feel like a size sexy? That's what I'm saying. It really, really starts with, how do you feel? What makes you happy? Yeah. Like this video, rate, comment, subscribe. I want to know, what do you think? What are your experiences? What have they been in terms of figuring out, or have you figured that out? How do you feel about trying to figure that out? I want to know. Talk to me. This is your girl B.Derizz, and I want to thank you.